Okay, let's unpack this because the whole idea is genuinely pretty surprising.
Right.
I came across this claim. Basically, people making serious cash. They're talking like over $1,700 a day
Wow.
just by making simple joke books using Canva and AI.
Okay, yeah. That definitely makes you raise an eyebrow.
Totally. My first thought was, okay, is this for real? Bit skeptical, you know?
For sure. Something that sounds that simple, generating that much income, it definitely makes you want to look a bit closer.
Exactly. So the basic idea, and we're looking at this based on a YouTube video from Wholesale TED,
Okay.
is you use AI, something like ChatGPT, get a bunch of jokes.
Right.
Then you use Canva, which, tons of people use. It's pretty easy
Very accessible.
to design a basic book layout.
Uh,
And then you just upload it to Amazon's KDP.
Kindle Direct Publishing.
Yeah, KDP.
Yeah.
And sell it, earn royalties. So what we want to do today is really dig in. Is it actually that straightforward? Is the potential really there?
Exactly. Let's get past the sort of wow factor and look at the actual steps, the real potential, give it a proper look.
Right. So numbers first,
Mm-hmm.
because honestly, that's what grabbed me.
Yeah, the money part always does.
So the video, it talks about this one joke book for like 7-year-olds.
Okay.
Apparently, it's estimated to sell about 960 copies
Yeah,
every month.
per month. Okay.
And after Amazon takes their share, that creator's supposedly making around $3,060 in
Yeah.
royalties monthly.
Huh. Well, it's not life-changing maybe, but for one book, that's pretty decent passive income.
That's what I thought. And it
You-
points to how you can maybe scale this, right?
Yeah, absolutely. If you can do it once, maybe you can do it multiple times. That one example shows the potential in focusing on a specific niche.
And that seems to be the angle.
Mhm.
The video mentions an author who didn't just make one.
Ah, okay.
They apparently made a whole bunch. Different joke books, different niches, different age groups.
Just spreading it out.
Yeah. And supposedly, their total monthly earnings were estimated at over $17,000.
Whoa. Okay, now that's significant. 17 grand a month from joke books.
I know. It suggests there's a real strategy there about volume and targeting.
That really shows the power of diversifying, even within one sort of content type. Lots of small streams adding up, and KDP makes that kind of portfolio approach pretty feasible.
But wait, it gets even crazier. There's another example, a Would You Rather joke book.
Okay, those are popular.
Yeah. This one, they estimated, was selling around 502 copies per day.
Per day. Okay, hold on.
Right. And through KDP, that could mean something like $7,714 in commissions daily.
Wow. Okay, $1,700 a day. That's the kind of number that makes you seriously reconsider what a side hustle can be.
Exactly.
Though you do have to wonder what makes that specific book so successful. Is it the niche, marketing, just a temporary trend? Understanding if that's repeatable is key.
Good point. So, okay, how do people actually do this? Let's break down the steps from the video. Step 1, pick a book and niche.
Makes sense.
Yeah, like instead of just joke book, you go for something really specific.
Right. The logic is pretty solid. Target a specific audience, you've got less competition, and you're more likely to show up when someone searches for that specific thing on Amazon.
Targeted visibility. I like that.
Mhm.
And the video had a great example. Search joke books for kids on Amazon, over 5,000 results.
Whoa, okay. That's a lot.
But
Yeah.
search farm joke books, and it drops to like 114 results.
Huge difference. That's way less noise to cut through.
Exactly. They even mentioned a chicken jokes book doing well because, again, super specific, less crowded niche.
It really just highlights how important keywords are, even for something fun like joke books.
Yeah.
Knowing what people actually type into Amazon search is crucial.
Totally. Okay, step 2. Generate the jokes using AI.
The AI part. This is where the simple aspect really kicks in, I guess.
Seems like it. The video says use chatbots, ChatGPT, Gemini, DeepSeek, whatever.
Right.
And just ask it for jokes about your niche. Like, give me 50 farm animal jokes.
Huh. And how many jokes do these books usually have?
They mentioned successful ones often have around 200, maybe 300 jokes.
Okay.
And they usually format it like 2 jokes per page.
Yeah.
So the book ends up being maybe 100 to 150 pages long.
That sounds manageable. AI definitely speeds up that content creation part massively, something that would have taken ages before.
No kidding.
But you do have to think about, how original are those jokes? And is the style right?
That's a fair point. The video actually brought that up. Sometimes AI jokes can be kind of long and, wordy.
Yeah, I can see that happening.
But the fix seems easy. You just tell the AI in the prompt, like, keep jokes under 15 words or set a character limit.
Ah, okay. So you refine the request. Makes sense. It's not just asking once, it's guiding the AI to get what you actually need for the book format.
Exactly. Okay, step 3, putting the book together in Canva.
Right, Canva, most people know it. It's pretty user-friendly.
Yeah, seems very doable. First, you set up your page size. They recommend 6 by 9 inches. Seems like a standard size for these print books.
Yeah, using a standard dimension, like 6 by 9, makes the whole printing process with KDP smoother, less likely to run into weird layout problems.
Then you just add text boxes. One for the joke question, one for the answer.
Simple enough.
The video suggested using a, quote, fun, quirky font. Something from Canva's school folder, maybe? Easy to read, looks a bit handwritten.
Okay.
And they also said to maybe tweak the line spacing and letter spacing just to make it look good and read well.
Right. Even for a simple joke book, how it looks matters. A clear, maybe slightly informal font makes sense, especially if it's for kids.
And it's not just text. You can add pictures, too.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah, the video mentioned using Canva's free library, find images related to the jokes, but, and this is important, even if you use color images.
Let me guess. It prints in black and white.
Exactly. The standard KDP option is black and white interior, so you got to keep that in mind when picking images.
Makes sense. And using those free public domain images avoids any copyright headaches, which is crucial if you're selling on Amazon.
Totally. Oh, and here's a neat little design trick they showed.
Ooh, okay.
Adding a dotted line border around each joke.
Just to separate them visually.
Yeah. Makes it
Yeah.
look more organized. They said you do it in Canva using shapes. Like, find a rounded rectangle, make the inside transparent, and set the border to a dotted line. You can even change how thick it is.
Huh. Simple, but probably quite effective visually. This adds a little polish.
And to make things faster. This sounded smart. You group everything for one joke together.
Like the text boxes, the image, the border.
Exactly. Group it all. Then just duplicate that whole group to make the next joke spot.
Ah, okay. Duplicate, then ungroup the copy.
And then just swap out the text and the image for the next joke. Sounds way faster than starting each page from scratch.
Definitely. Efficiency is key if you're aiming to make multiple books. Using those group and duplicate features in Canva is a smart workflow.
So once all the pages are done, you download it. They specified PDF for print.
Standard format for print on demand, like KDP.
And they said keep the color setting as RGB.
Yeah, that's usually fine for digital files going to print systems. They handle the conversion.
Okay, step 4. The cover. Also using Canva, mostly free graphics.
The cover's super important. First impression.
Totally. So you start a new Canva project, again 6 by 9 inches, just for the cover.
Makes sense to do it separately.
And the formula they suggested was title, maybe use AI for ideas if you're stuck.
Mm-hmm.
A catchy tagline, a background color, they use blue for the farm theme example, maybe a background image like grass.
Okay, building layers.
Yeah, that add relevant free graphics,
Yeah.
like the farm animals, maybe some clouds. Oh, and a little rectangle at the bottom for the author's name. And they mentioned you can use a pen name, which is interesting.
Yeah, pen names are common in self-publishing. Gives you flexibility, so standard cover elements basically make it look appealing and relevant.
But here's the really critical part for the cover. You have to use the Amazon KDP book cover calculator.
Ah, yes, absolutely vital, because the cover isn't just the front, right? It wraps around.
Exactly. It includes the back cover and the spine. And the spine width depends on how many pages your book has.
Right, so the calculator figures out the exact total size needed.
Yeah, you put in your book's details, and it gives you the precise dimensions for the whole cover jacket. And it gives you a template file to download.
That template is gold. It shows you where the spine is, where the safe print areas are.
So what you do is you take those dimensions from the calculator and you resize your 6 by 9 Canva cover project to that exact larger jacket size.
Okay, stretching it out.
Then you upload the KDP template image into Canva, put it on a layer underneath your design.
And lower the transparency so you can see it.
Yep. Lower the transparency. Then you take your grouped cover elements, the title, images, everything, and you carefully move them around so they fit perfectly inside the printable areas shown on the template, making sure nothing important is on the spine fold or too close to the edge.
Super important step. Avoid stuff getting cut off or looking weird when printed.
Once it's all lined up, you just delete that template layer. And they said you can add text to the back cover at this point too if you want.
Like a little blurb or something.
Yeah. And then, same as before, you download this file, the full jacket, as a PDF for print, RGB color.
Got it. Consistent format for interior and cover makes the upload easier.
Which brings us to the final step, step 5, uploading to Amazon KDP. and using AI to help get traffic.
Okay, the publishing part. First step is just setting up a free KDP seller account, right?
Yeah, assuming you don't have one already. Pretty straightforward.
And here's where that niche thing comes back again, right? For discoverability.
Big time. The video really hammered this home. It's way easier for people to find your book on Amazon if it's in a small pond, like farm jokes,
Yeah.
instead of the giant ocean of kids' jokes.
Absolutely. It's all about matching those specific search terms people are using within your niche, which means optimizing your listing.
Right. And the video suggests using AI, like ChatGPT, again here,
For what exactly?
to help brainstorm the title and subtitle, making sure they include those good, low-competition keywords you found.
Smart. Using AI to help with the metadata.
Yeah. Then you add your author name or your pen name. And here's a neat trick they mentioned for the book description.
Okay.
Find a similar joke book on Amazon that seems to be doing well. Copy its description, feed that description and details about your book, target audience, niche, etc. into the AI.
And ask the AI to rewrite it for your book, but optimized.
Exactly. Generate a compelling search engine optimized description based on a successful example.
That's a clever shortcut. Using competitor analysis and AI together to craft good marketing copy.
Seems like it. Then you just fill out the rest of the details.
Yeah.
Copyright info, age range for the book, pick the right Amazon categories,
Standard stuff.
and keywords. This is crucial too. The video said, use AI again to find the best 7 keywords.
Then back-end keywords, yeah. Those are super important for Amazon's search algorithm. AI could definitely help brainstorm those effectively.
Then you pick the physical book options. Usually you take the free Amazon ISBN,
Yep.
select black and white interior, white paper, and choose a cover finish, glossy or matte. The video host liked glossy.
Personal preference, yeah. Then you upload the files.
Yep. Upload the manuscript PDF, that's your main joke book file, and upload the cover jacket PDF.
Okay. Almost there.
Now, there's that interesting point about AI content. Amazon asks if you used AI.
Ah, the disclosure question. What did the video say?
Well, the host mentioned seeing different opinions on it. Some people disclose, some don't. They said they hadn't personally seen any proof that Amazon actually penalizes you for saying yes.
Okay.
But they personally felt it was better to just be transparent and tick the box saying yes. It includes AI-generated content.
Probably the sensible approach, honestly. Transparency is usually good, especially as these things evolve. No point trying to hide it.
My thoughts, too. So after that, you get to preview the whole thing.
See exactly how it'll look printed.
Yeah. And if you spot any mistakes, you can still go back to Canva, fix them, re-upload.
Good safety check.
Once you're happy, you approve the preview. Then, pricing.
Right. How much do you sell it for?
The video suggested a strategy. Maybe start a bit low, like $6.95 or something.
To get some initial sales and hopefully some reviews.
Exactly. Get some momentum, get some social proof with reviews, and then maybe you can bump the price up a bit later.
Makes sense. Standard tactic for launching something new. Attract those early buyers.
And then the final click. Publish.
And it goes live on Amazon.
Well, after a review, the video said it can take up to 72 hours for Amazon to check it over, but then, yeah, it's live. Available for anyone to buy.
Wow. Okay, so that's the whole process laid out.
Yeah. So wrapping up the key takeaways here, the process, honestly, it seems surprisingly straightforward.
It really does. Using AI for the heavy lifting on content, Canva for design, which is pretty accessible.
And then Amazon KDP handles the printing, selling, shipping.
Right. And the potential income. Based on those video examples, well, it's definitely eye-catching.
For sure. What really stands out is just how low the barrier to entry seems to be.
Totally. You've got these tools, AI, Canva, that are often free or low cost. And a huge marketplace like Amazon ready to go. It really kind of democratizes the whole publishing thing.
Yeah, it opens doors for a lot of people. So for you listening,
Yeah.
think about that. How accessible this kind of side hustle might be.
The power of just combining these existing tools, AI, design platforms is pretty amazing when you think about it.
Makes you wonder, like, what specific niche could you explore? If not joke books, maybe something else using a similar model.
It really does broaden the possibilities for how people can leverage technology to create income streams, maybe in ways they hadn't considered before.
Exactly. And that kind of leads to our final thought here. What other combinations, maybe simple combinations, of tech that's already out there and these big online platforms? What other unexpected opportunities might they be creating right now that maybe we haven't even thought of yet?
Yeah, could this whole model, niche content, AI assist, platform sales be applied way beyond just joke books, into other digital products, maybe even physical ones.
Definitely something to mull over.